What's going on, guys? James Secondary here, back with another video, and today we are here to talk about the Tuesday Night Thunder Racing League. For those who don't know what the Tuesday Night Thunder Racing League is, it is the name of the league that I am running in. That's what I use for the first radioactive I made, and obviously the Clash itself. That's the league I'm in. So, like I mentioned before, the Monday League, the Tuesday League, they both merge into this league. I mentioned that back in championship race for the Monday League, and now, here we are. Just to quickly explain rules here about how the league is, so you guys aren't lost. This is what this video is about. Not even just the rules, but for other things and to watch out for. So, it is a 50% race, 2 times tire wear. It starts. Oh goodness! It starts at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, 6:30 Mountain Time, 5:30 Pacific. So, and like I said, 50% race. So, it is gonna take about hour and a half to race. So, for some other stuff, cautions. So usually within the first 2 laps of a run, there won't be any cautions unless half the field gets taken out or more. There also won't be any cautions with 5 laps to go on stage or the actual race itself, unless it's a big enough track and there's a lag caution. If it's somebody making a mistake, it'll more than likely not be a caution. Now, I do want to say rules are subject to change, but for right now, that's how it is. Also, there is no pit speed. You can go in as fast as you want. That is nothing new for both leagues. Obviously, if you watched the streams before, we can go. I've always drove it in fast as I wanted to. So that is how that is too. People also have to remember too, the leader has control inside the research zone, and you go green from there. So now on to the main part of it. Obviously, I'm not going to go through the whole rules, but I guess it also is worth mentioning that there are around 35 races in the season, but now it is time to introduce the drivers in this league currently. Again, some drivers might leave, but some people might leave, some people might join in. So, for now, let me introduce the drivers. First up, we have KLW in the 19. Next, we have the 24 Trenton, the 4 Tegan, 9 of Cade, 21 of Nate, 43 of Zach, Brandon in the 18, another Cade in the 41, Caleb in the 32, Dustin in the 10, Frank in the 3, Jake in the 1, Jared in the 88, otherwise known as JB, Kyle in the 42, Mike in the 2, Noah in the 6, quarter panel, not his actual name, in the 51, Rob in the 12, Roger in the 14, Thomas in the 8, and me in the 48. So what I have done to help you guys understand a little bit about these drivers as well is made some categories, and I put some of the drivers into these categories. Not all the drivers are in here, unfortunately, but a decent amount of them are in here. So let's start with the first category, championship favorites. So the championship favorites, obviously, are the drivers who are most likely to win the championship. I have 3 in this. The first one is Caden the 41. Obviously, somebody who has a lot of speed, has won championships before, and it's the same with Tegan, who would be in the 4 car. Same deal with him. The man is very fast. And then last but not least, JB, he won the championship for both the Monday League and Tuesday League. So he is definitely one who has a little bit of momentum coming into the season. The next one I want to introduce has 2 drivers in it, and those are the dark horses. Now, this category obviously are for people who have the potential, but isn't like a favorite. They are people who might be looked at as someone who could contend, but probably won't win it, but there's still the potential of having them to do so. First one, I'm going to start off with me, otherwise known as James. That's my name, obviously, and the 48. Now, I put myself here, and I'm not doing that because I want to feel better about myself or anything like that. People in the league think I can't contend for a championship. I don't see myself as a championship favorite, but I definitely do see myself as, or a lot of people see myself as somebody who can contend for a championship, can contend for a win. I have won races in the past. Obviously, they have been on my stream. So, and I feel like, and a lot of people could agree on this too, and I've said this, that I've gotten better as more time has came by. The next person, or the other person on this list, is Trenton and the 24. Trenton will say himself probably that he doesn't have much speed, but in reality, this man is fast. He is someone who also could contend for wins, and he has a lot of wins under his belt. Even though he thinks that he's on the decline, don't let it fool you. He has the speed to contend for these races. Next category is one that I don't have much of a good name for, but I put as ones to watch. Now, there's another category that could technically be the same thing in a sense, but this is for people who seem like they can be on the rise. The first one I'm going to start off with is KLW in the 19 car. Well, there might be some disagreement on this, there might not be, but as I've seen him race, I have not seen many races, but I know he can hold his own. He can definitely race out there. He can contend in the class. He was actually in the lead at one point, and he was holding his own out there before some stuff happened. Dude has some speed, and in the championship race in the Monday League, he was the fastest out of the non-playoff drivers at some points. So, look out for him because he might surprise some people and snatching some top 10s. Next one on the list is Kyle in the 42. Now, in the Monday League, he was in the Championship 4. At times at the track, he had the fastest car. Ultimately, did not win the championship, but still proved that he can compete with the best of them. Maybe he can snatch a couple top 5s from people, top 10. Last person on this list that I have is Nate in the 21. He, over time, has gotten better. He stopped racing in leagues, but then, in the middle of the Tuesday League, more towards the beginning, but still, when the season's already started, the league owner at the time, Trenton, ended up convincing him to come join the league. And while he did not seem like he was doing well at first, he did actually get some momentum, and he found some speed in his car. Right now, he is looking to see if he can get his first ever win. And if you want my honest truth, if there's anybody in this league who could get their first win in this league, I think it will be Nate. This next category, I don't know how else to call it, but it's kind of the meme drivers. The meme drivers of the category. Now, I put this into 2 subcategories, one being like the regular memes, another being wholesome memes. Meaning that, well, I'll explain that later. So first, the 2 drivers in the regular memes category. The first driver I will introduce is Robin the 12. Now, he's probably part-time. He might not race general, who knows. But people will talk a lot of trash to him. Especially for some of the stuff he did. And overall not having much speed at all. That's really it. There's not much else to say about that. But that is the truth. Next one we have here is Thomas in the 8 car. Thomas is another person who is slow. Or according to people in this league standards, is slow. Thomas is also not a person who is fast at all. He can surprise people, maybe stealing a couple top 10s, but other than that, he is not going to do that great unless he comes out with a bunch of speed. But we will see what will happen with that. But for now, don't look for Thomas to make much of a push. But we will see what happens. I'll be happy to be proven wrong. So into the next subcategory of the meme stuff, like I said, it's wholesome meme. It is basically where people meme on the person, but not to make fun of or talk trash about, but to, you'll see what I mean. That driver is Frank in the 3 car. Frank is such a nice person, which is why we kind of meme him, but not to talk trash, but basically we call him the GOAT, the legend, because of how nice of a person he is. While he doesn't have much speed, he is still one of the nicest racers out there, and one of the cleanest racers out there. He might make some mistakes, but stuff happens. He still doesn't do anything on purpose. It is quick to note that Frank actually has a league win. He won it at Daytona during the second season of the Tuesday League, in which he won by saving fuel while being the leader, which is very hard to do. But if you've seen him race, you would realize he is actually a good plate track racer. And while he isn't the fastest car out there, he is still a threat on a restrictor plate race. So drivers in the league, don't count this man out at all for restrictor plate races. He can sneak up on you and steal a victory. So the last category I have is called the wildcard category. These are drivers that could do some great things, but it just depends on one factor. That factor for all 3 of these is availability. We'll first start off with Cade in the 9 car. Now, there is a situation going on with him that I will not explain because it is none of my business to explain it to you guys. As much as I like to give you guys what information that you guys will need, there is no reason to do so with this. But if Cade cannot show up to very many races, obviously he won't make the playoffs, which is a surprise because I'll be honest, he has the speed to make it to the championship 4 over me and Trent, which were the 2 dark horses. If he was able to show up for every race, I would have changed the championship favorites category into the final 4 favorites because he most definitely belongs there with the speed he has. The question remains, will he be able to show up for races? Next, we have Caleb in the 32 car. Like I said, it just depends on availability. While he doesn't have as much speed as Cade, he has won some races before. It will be interesting to see what he can do. He also won the Clash, so he will be starting up on the pole for the Daytona 500, but we will see what he can do and if he's eligible for the playoffs. The last person on this category is Zach in the 43. It is a little controversial because some people might not agree with me when I say this, but Zach does have speed. In Season 2 of the Tuesday League, he did not have much speed at all for majority of the season, and a lot of times ended up leaving a race for whatever reason. Maybe his own, maybe not. That's left up for speculation. But towards the end of that season, Zach actually found some speed with probably the help of Tegan. And then season 3, for the races he showed up in or was able to, he definitely showed that he has some speed. Like I mentioned, it just depends on availability, if he's able to, if he's not. We will see and find out. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to stay up to date with the league stuff, I'll make sure to leave the Facebook page down below in the description. And also, if you want to see the races, obviously there's my channel. On the Facebook page, I will be posting another channel that does it. If you do want to watch from my perspective, then you might want to subscribe to watch the races. If you want to watch it from a different person's perspective, then make sure you subscribe to them as well. So while I'm not going to ask you to like this, I do want your opinions in the comments. Who do you think will win the championship for this season? Will it be somebody that's a championship favorite? Will it be a dark horse? Will it be an up-and-comer? Will it be somebody who I put in the meme slot just come out of nowhere and win a race or win the championship? Or will one of wildcards be available for every race and end up winning the championship? Or will it be some other driver that I never mentioned here? There's plenty of other drivers who I didn't mention. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you feel like some drivers should have been in some category or whatever the case may be, you can also put that in the comments below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!